Thank you. Thank you for your introduction. And when I was a American football coach, so I got two national teams in Japan. Yeah. And thank you for the introduction. And it is a great honor to be here today. And most of us are a little bit nervous, but so we see there are a lot of my friends. So I think we'll give the presentation pretty calmly, right? And this time is my sixth time to come to Oslo, and I think a big time for George. And I think I have visited more than any employees Takenaka Corporation. Yeah, and so we participated in StreamLIB Day 2022 in Stockholm, and so I'm happy to be back here again. And let me start with a briefly self-introduction. Okay, my name is Hiroaki Yamasaki. Please call me Aki. I started working for Takenaka Corporation in 2002, and have been a site foreman and site manager for 70 years. And I was assigned to Tokyo head office to implement them to the construction site in 2020. And I traveled to construction sites all over Japan to teach the people how to use them effectively. I started studying lean construction, and now I'm into organizational development and human development and like human factor management.
Hi everyone, my name is Shojiro Taira. I go by George. I've worked at Takenaka Corporation for 18 years. I worked as a construction engineer for 8 years, and after that, I changed my job to implementing BIM and Lean to my company for 10 years. Today, I will explain about our Lean Gen.
Yeah, first of all, I'll briefly explain today's key takeaway is first, enhancing engagement through dialogue. The second, activating human knowledge through digital means. Finally, broadening the perspective through cultural collaboration. This is an agenda. And I'll briefly explain the company profile and introduce one word that expresses our philosophy. Yes. Okay. Takenaka was founded in 1610. It has a history of more than 400 years and longer than the American history. And this illustration shows a construction site at the Yale. We have been working as a master builder since ancient time, like this. This master builder is called Toru. And Toru. Yeah. And Toru do searches and calculate the cost and management human resource, like everything. And that's why it can provide value to the client through as a whole entire construction process. And we have built many landmarks in Japan. For example, please show the below them. My favorite Tokyo Tower and the Apros Koka covered in Glenny building, and nearby my home. And Avenue Harkas is the second tallest building in Japan. And finally, the big roof ring of the Osaka Kansai World Expo held this year. And show the graph on the right side. The first unique point of Takenaka is that we do only actual architectural work, and we don't do civil work. Secondly, design build counts for more than 80% of its architectural work. We have more than 2,000 employees in design department, making it one of the largest design firms in Japan. Earlier, I introduced the existence of Toru as a master builder. The spirit developed in that era is called Toru spirit. We say that total session engine keys. And the phrase that came from this is to be the best, not the biggest. We believe in contributing to society through better works and better construction process. We don't like words like most or biggest. I think it's a skill-based knowledge approach. And now, so I would like to review what we explained in Stockholm in 2022 and share how the situation has changed over the past 3 years. Also, the key takeaways we shared in Stockholm were as follows. First, Sindin is user friendliness is a path for construction sites. Second, we outsource and form a team to go to construction site, and we give lectures at the construction site. This team has become a very good team now, and they can pick up your feedback and respond immediately. And finally, someone takes the lead first into the gradually spread. And at the time, I introduced this video. And back then. So I said below.
A leader needs the guts to stand out and be ridiculed.
I said we are probably around the
Easy to follow.
like second person 3 years ago. Okay. And now, where we are. Okay.
That would take 2 years or taking.
It's better.
So now it's not about the leader anymore. It's about them, plural.
I think
A third is calling to his
they
friends.
do all the
Now, if you notice that the first follower
And
is
I think
actually in the
we
overestimated found leadership in itself. It expects to stand out, in other words, emulate the followers, not the leader. So notice that as more people join in, it's less risky. So those that were sitting on a fence before, no reason. Won't be ridiculed.
We got run this. Yeah. So many people is joining our team, and so using the StreamBIM. Okay. Okay. And sorry, unnecessary. Okay. However, the process of expanding deployment doesn't go too much free. Let me explain it using the chasm diagram. And our deployment activities have reached the only early adopters, only early adopter. And I think we are right in the middle of the chasm. It might not have changed right now, but we are aware of this from at that time. And next, look at the StreamBIM deployment status in numbers. The deployment rate after end of 2022 was approximately 70%. By early 2024, it reached 94%. And now StreamBIM is being used in 95% of our projects. However, so among those, only a few projects were really using it well and getting the benefit of community involvement. About 1% or maybe 2%. We are missing something. What made us realize that this was when we visited a project in Bergen. So I met Christian in 2022. It was a very good experience for us. And it is. After that, we encountered in construction. They began to notice what we were lacking. And today's talk will introduce our behavioral change that emerged from the realization. no Josh. Please go ahead. Hiroaki.
Let me begin by talking about our lean culture. Now, let me start with a question for everyone. Where do you think lean originated? Everyone knows? Don't know?
Japan?
Exactly. Everyone knows this very well. Actually, it's Takenaka Corporation representing Japan's automobile industry. Toyota created the globally renowned lean philosophy in manufacturing. It's a system that eliminates waste and maximizes value. And now it's spreading worldwide as a lean construction. Surprisingly, many people in Japan construction industry aren't aware of this fact. This is also reflected in the number of papers published in the International Lean Conference. As I mentioned, we only realized its significance 3 years ago in that interesting situation. What we want you to remember here is the history of Takenaka Corporation. For over 400 years, we have upheld the philosophy of creating the best. Long before Lean Bond, a similar mindset existed on our company. The essence of Lean is experienced 3 elements: mindset, rules, and systems. Balance is required in all 3. I believe the most important of these is mindset, because it is very hard to see. In the past, a single master builder oversaw the entire process from design to construction. Today, with specialized department, sharing the most elusive element mindset has become difficult. At our company, we emphasize that each department embodies the spirit of the master builder. This mindset appears to be perceived in this way by lean practitioners overseas. Lean is not something they do. It's something they are. This is our strength. However, we have not been able to articulate its value. That is precisely why we are now relearning Lean and advancing initiatives to bridge our culture with a global framework. Next, I will explain our challenges. For a long time, Japanese construction sites have provided services on schedule within budget with high quality. Cost overruns and project delay, which are a common problem in overseas projects, were rarely considered in Japan. However, in recent years, changes have been occurring. Major accidents, quality issues, and process delays are becoming apparent in construction process. This is not merely a temporary phenomenon. There are various factors considered to be involved. The number of skilled workers continues to decline. It's the same situation in Norway. And experienced workers prefer familiar paper-based tasks, works, and strongly resist change. And over past 5 years, 2 factors have forced change in Japan: COVID-19 and the 2024 work style reform. COVID fostered a culture that allows taking time off for personal reasons. work-style reform legally prohibited long overtime working hours. The traditional style where everyone worked together and everyone took holiday together has changed significantly. I feel that adding rules and systems to prevent dissatisfaction with such forced changes has resulted in a decline in mindset. I feel like the three balances are starting to break down, but the decline in mindset was always hard to explain. No one can really explain it well. Here are three initiatives to overcome this change along with key takeaway first engagement. First, take a look at adoption rate trend of StreamBIM. The adoption rate surged sharply in 2024. Can you guess the reason? Any opinion?
No.
At first glance, it might seem like a success. However, this preceded results is different from the extension we have aimed for. This diagram illustrates the technology adoption curve from the chasm theory. Around the timeline of the new technology becoming mainstream, various layers exist. By 2023, BIM has penetrated the innovator and early adopter layer and was on the verge of crossing the chasm. At this point, the company upper management instructed everyone to use StreamBIM. The demand for 100% adoption was perceived as a rule enforcement and triggering negative reactions. This is because laggards resist change until the very end. From this experience, we recognize that keeping a balance between these three elements is crucial when rolling out to the early majority and beyond. We undertook two initiatives, fostering mutual understanding of each other's mindset through deep dialogue and strengthening the support system for handling data. We are installing a culture of deep dialogue within our project team through analog team building workshop using Lego and sticky notes. Through deep dialogue, we had created a system to identify tool needs and accumulate small improvements. This is an example of improvement achievement through repeated deep dialogue. Before adopting BIM, there was many challenges with paper and document management. By leveraging StreamBIM's tagging feature, we added metadata to documents. Combined with Power BI, this dramatically improved information searchability and manageability. StreamBIM demonstrates its platform capable of creating solutions not only for BIM, but also for document-related challenges in Japan, enabling us evolve while keeping the BIM environment accessible. The following case involves integration with BIM. Previously, construction records were saved in analog formats, making it impossible to utilize the data. This requires simultaneously transforming both the method of accumulating data and the approach to utilizing it. We established a workflow to maintain quality records using the checklist linked to the Pi model and leverage the data in Power BI. This brings us one step closer to utilizing the data as experience data for other projects. The open framework combining StreamBIM structured data with Power BI integration make it possible. We added Power BI support to the last mile delivery team I mentioned before. We shifted to a system that supports creating reports tailored to needs through dialogue with support members. As a result, the number of reports created increased significantly. The next key takeaway is an insight. We developed Brain Bridge with the aim of activating human knowledge through data means. Heinrich laws tells us that one major accident is linked to many small incidents. In quality management, it is the same. Behind 10 serious quality problems, there are about 300 minor issues and 6,000 small signs. If we ignore these signs, we add more rules and responsibilities. This often reduces the mindset and motivation of the team. To build higher quality structure, we need to use hidden knowledge from these early signs. Sharing and learning from them is a key to preventing problems. This diagram shows Professor Nonaka's Seki model for knowledge management. In construction, most communication has relied on paper, phone, and emails. Because of this, tacit knowledge has rarely been externalized and shared. By using StreamBIM to document issue resolution processes, we can externalize this hidden knowledge and link it to explicit knowledge. Specifically, we are developing Brain Bridge, a system that uses generative AI to summarize streaming topic. This is expected to generate insights and reduce quality issues. Resolving issues within StreamBIM enables project member to accumulate problem solving. By making this data available for future projects, we aim to deliver high quality work. However, this system is still not perfect. To maximize its potential, I have a requestable renderer.
Okay.
I'd like to exchange ideas with all users gathered today and work together to realize this system. It is a construction of an MCP server. Currently, we are building the mechanism to connect to the AI ourselves. The proposal is for StreamBIM to build an MCP server. While this may not yet be on your roadmap, we aim to enable not only issue management, but also access to BIM model data. As a third key takeaway, I will explain broadening our perspectives through cultural collaboration. Sharing the value of Takenaka Corporation and Norway. Our philosophy is to be the best, not the biggest. This is a mindset that prioritizes quality and sustainability over scale. We sense the same value in the phrase often used by Nordic people. We are a small country. From my own experience, visiting Norway 5 times, I sense that Norwegian believes we want to very efficient, sustainable construction because we are a small country. Specific lessons learned from Norway include initiatives with StreamBIM, GeoFast, and Immerso and Lean Communications. In Japan, I believe lean practice often manifests as attentiveness and thoughtful consideration for details, as symbolized by phrases like thoroughness in ordinary matters. There is a culture of meticulously devising solutions at each individual workplace. On the other hand, in Norway, I feel lean appears as collective success and mutual benefit. For example, this includes welcoming attitude toward visitors, open information sharing, and a commitment to standardizing educational methods through training like simulator. This involves developing rules needed by everyone, such as MMI and FMI. This difference leads to a complementary relationship where each leverages the both strengths. Today, as this presentation is in Norway, I apologize for not being able to mention other countries, but I believe the same principle applies. Conclusion. Today, we focused on the topic of mindset. I share the crucial part of this video that shows just how powerful bias in the human brain can be.
Destin, welcome back to Smarter Every Day. You've heard people say it's just like riding a bike, meaning it's really easy and you can't forget how to do it, right? But I did something. I did something that damaged my mind. It happened on the streets of Amsterdam, and I got really scared, honestly. I can't ride a bike like you can anymore. Before I show you the video of what happened, I need to tell you the backstory. Like many 6-year-olds with a MacGyver mullet, I learned how to ride a bike when I was really young. I had learned a life skill, and I was really proud of it. Everything changed, though, when my friend Barney called me 25 years later. Where I work, the welders are geniuses, and they like to play jokes on the engineers. He had a challenge for me. He had built a special bicycle, and he wanted me to try to ride it. He had only changed one thing. When you turn the handlebar to the left, the wheel goes to the right. When you turn it to the right, the wheel goes.
And you're righty.
I thought this would be easy, so I hopped on the bike, ready to demonstrate how quickly I could conquer this.
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Destin Salem. First step riding the bicycle.
Alright. So, Pathrago says,
Couldn't do it. You can see that I'm laughing, but I'm actually really frustrated. In this moment, I had a really deep revelation. My thinking was in a rut. This bike revealed a very deep truth to me. I had the knowledge of how to operate the bike, but I did not have the understanding. Therefore, knowledge is not understanding. Look, I know what you're probably thinking. Destin's probably just an uncoordinated engineer. He can't do it. But that's not the case at all.
sorry.
Hey, it's me, Destin. Welcome back to Smarter Every Day. You've heard people say it's just like riding a bike, meaning it's really easy and you can't forget how to do it, right? But I did something. I did something that damaged my mind. It happened on the streets of Amsterdam.
Everyone who couldn't drive this bicycle. After this,
But after 8 months, this happened. One day I couldn't ride the bike, and the next day I could. It was like I could feel some kind of pathway in my brain that was now unlocked. It was really weird, though. It's like there's this trail in my brain, but if I wasn't paying close enough attention to it, my brain would easily lose that neural path and jump back onto the old road that's more familiar with. Any small distraction at all, like a cell phone ringing in my pocket, would instantly throw my brain back in an old spell algorithm and I would wreck. But at least I could ride it. My son is the closest person to me genetically, and he's been riding a normal bike for 3 years. That's over half his life. I wanted to know how long it would take him to learn how to ride a backwards bike, so I told him if he learned how to ride a backwards bike, he could go with me to Australia and meet a real astronaut.
Are you gonna give up? Go ahead.
This is how it starts. Look at this. This is such a big deal. Get up, you got it. Did you see his brain get it? So he, in how many weeks have we been doing this? 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, he did something that took me 8 months to do, which demonstrates that the child has more neuroplasticity, am I even saying that right, than an adult.
It's clear from this experiment that children have a much more plastic brain than adults. That's why the best time to learn a language is when you're a young child.
Oh, and I'm going to see if somebody brings a bicycle, and I'm going to try to ride a normal bike.
Is that what the advice?
This is one of the most frustrating moments of my life. I had ridden a normal bike since I was 6, but in this moment, I couldn't do it anymore. I had set out to prove that I could free my brain from a cognitive bias. But at this point, I'm pretty sure that all I've proved is that I could only redesignate that bias.
So what you're not seeing is just a group of people here looking at me, looking at the strange American that can't ride a bike because they think, no. But I'm actually 2 levels deep into this, but I've learned and unlearned.
Brad, after 20 minutes of making a fool out of myself, you click back into the old algorithm. I can't explain it, but it happened in a very specific moment.
I got it. My back. Oh, wait, hold it, wait. I got it. Okay, there it is. There was smaller?
Okay, I hope you can grasp how difficult
And they just
it
did
is to change the mindset of someone
20 minutes. And I
with
couldn't
experience,
believe it.
and how hard it is to even become aware of the mindset. Okay?
Just a bit high, don't you? I'm not lying.
I felt like the only...
This is today's key takeaway. And last, I feel experiencing is the most important thing for transforming your mindset. Let's all work together to improve our mindset. Tusen tack.